Yo, shout out to Sir Bravian for such a magnificent song. So, kick it off, bruv. The whole slate is coming. Let's get it.
Eldivers 2 hit like a thunder roll. Shook the
Come on in.
PlayStation faithful right down to
Come on
their
in.
soul. They thought exclusives were a fortress
Welcome, guys.
wall,
Welcome.
but now
Hope it-
those walls they start to fall.
Get it.
Final Fantasy remake, Death Stranding 2, showing up on Xbox. What you gonna do? Fanboys crying, petitions in hand, but real gamers just understand. Whole slate's coming, hear the thunder roll. Whole slate's coming, crashing through your soul. Whole slate's coming, no escaping fate. Whole slate's coming, through the Game Pass gate. Fanboys crying, shouting in vain. You lost your grip and losing your game. Could've spoke with your wallet, but you stood still. Now Xbox to experience the whole damn thrill. Whole slate's coming, Joel and Ellie too. Whole slate's coming, Intergalactic coming through. Whole slate's coming, watch Killzone ignite. Whole slate's coming, I feel like resistance tonight.
Where is factions?
Where's
Is
factions?
factions?
We
Where
can't find
is
factions.
factions?
Come on.
gone.
Let's see Concord.
Last of Us taking a brand new ride. Shadow of the Colossus standing by Xbox's side. Uncharted treasures ready to show. Sackboy packing up and he's ready to go.
Hit that like button, guys.
shadows creeping slow.
Let's start this thing right.
Ratchet and Clank putting on a show. Could've stopped this if you bought the game, but you just whined and now it's all the same. Whole slate's coming, hear the thunder roll. Whole slate's coming, crashing through your soul. Whole slate's coming, no escaping fate. Whole slate's coming, through the Game Pass gate. Whole slate's coming.
They can do what they want. The whole slate is coming. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to everyone that is tuning in. We are going a little bit early today because there's so much news to cover, guys. I didn't realize it was all this news to cover. And let me just say, Victor, I saw your comment. And if that is true, let me just say, I know that these guys are sick. I didn't realize it was this bad.
This is a sickness. It is deviant, therefore we don't want it.
We do not want it. No, I don't know. And I don't think I want to know, Victor. But let me just say shout out to the first person to come on the chat, Yataza, my brother. What a guan, my brother Jay. Listen to me, Yataza. Things are going good. We feeling good. You know, you're seeing that there are things happening You know, all we can be is optimistic, man. Let me just say, shout out to John Bosch. Shout out to John. John, what's up, man? Richie, how you doing, my brother? And of course, Victor Brandon. Victor Brandon, shout out to you, man. Professor Strong is in the house. Professor Strong, the only professor we need in these streets. And we have Trucknet, what's up, man? Shout out to everyone in the chat. So I know that this week I had a impromptu podcast, but I would also have a lot to say today as well. Bay Area is in the house. Bay Area, shout out to you and your family, Bay Area. Shout out to you guys. So guys, we'll start off light today. Today we know that GTA is one of the biggest games coming out, and it's important for us to find out whether it's going to be delayed again, or if it is, this game is going to stick to the last, the last confirmed release date. Well, it just so happened that the CEO, who, of course, he will know when it's going to be released, he had something to say. Look at this, guys. GTA fans will be pleased about this. Listen. All right.
Assessment, this is our passion. Are you going to support us? And I said, yes.
The timeline's slipping because you're sitting on the most valuable media property in the world. And everybody online is just like, when's GTA 6 coming out?
Yeah.
Like, how do you deal with this? How do you deal with the timelines? It's just like the answer to that question is, I don't know, right?
Well, no. November 19th, I do know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's been announced.
But this has been pushed back
I think twice.
for like how many years?
I think we're about 18 months.
So, I mean, it can be debated. GTA, I believe, is the biggest franchise out there. It's crazy as to how well GTA 5 is still doing. I mean, GTA 5 is still chatting. I mean, just wrap your mind around that. The mere fact that they are coming out with GTA 6, it just shows that they are fed up making money from GTA 5. It's crazy.
Behind the original date.
Okay.
Not much more than that.
Is it the most successful video game of all time?
I think so. But it depends on how you count.
Okay.
Like if you counted...
From just revenue.
I think if you counted every, like Mario Kart and Call of Duty and a bunch of others, it's not entirely clear. But I think in terms of the value of the IP, most people believe it's the most valuable entertainment IP ever created. But people could argue about that.
Victor, what do you mean you found the video, Victor? Victor, be careful. Is it PG? Is it PG friendly? I can't believe. I know these ponies were sick, but this sick?
And you don't disclose the revenue for GTA 5, correct?
Not the total revenue. It's a lot. The reason people keep playing is because it's constantly updated and it's really great. And the most recent content pack was awesome.
And honestly, like the social element to like catch up.
You can actually talk and connect and play together. And yeah, it's amazing that people don't realize that, online games are highly social experiences.
So there you have it, guys. It's confirmed that Zelnick is basically saying that the original date for GTA is sticking. Now, he did say...
This is our passion. Are you going to... Not much more than that.
Is it the most successful video?
18 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No. November 19th, I do know.
November 19th. Publishers, if you have any game coming around before or a little after November 19th, please get it away from GTA 6. This game is going to destroy the internet. It is going to consume the lives of millions of gamers all over the world. So please stay far away from GTA 6, November 19th. Right? Now, Victor, a video from 3 days ago. I'm afraid to show that, man. Send the video, Victor. Send the video. Let me see. Let me see how sick these guys are. So guys, we have GTA 6 date is being confirmed, November 19th. What do you guys think? You think it will be pushed back, or do you think that GTA 6 will stick to its date? And let me hear the outrageous numbers you think GTA 6 would do when it comes out on November 19th. Are we saying what? It will make 1 billion in a week. Are we saying it would have sold how many? What? 10 million in a week? 20 million in a week? How much GTA would sell when it comes to units? How much it would make? And what would the numbers be like for GTA 6? Put your prediction in below. Also, tell me what you think would be the price. We have been throwing around the price for some time now. But what will be the final price or the final cost for GTA 6? Some are saying it would be $80. Some are saying that it will be $100. What will be the final price for GTA 6? And are you going to buy that base version, or are you going for the premium tier when it comes to GTA 6? So, I mean, that is wild by itself. Now, the second topic we have for you guys today is a topic that I can't believe that this is happening still, right? I'm seeing you guys saying $80, it would sell over 10 million first week. Woo, buddy. Yeah. So, yeah, I know it will do numbers, but I just want to see what record it will break as it goes on, as it continues. I want to see what record it will break. Yes, guys. I was told by the PlayStation community that Sony is making money hand over fist. Sony is killing it when it comes to their software, when it comes to third party, when it comes to sales. I was told that, right? Now, if Sony is making all this money, the question I have for the chat is, where are they putting the money in? How is Sony reinvesting their money into their platform? Because I can't believe that this is still happening. This is still happening, right? Look at this, guys. Critical PlayStation Network security issue is still hasn't been addressed. 6 months, guys, listen to this, 6 months after it has been reported. Yet, PlayStation is making these ponies pay for everything.
Thank you.
You're making us pay for water, you son of a...
It's everything Sony's making you guys pay for.
You're making us pay for grapes,
Yes,
apples,
and apples.
things that God gave us for free.
He didn't give you guys a
You will burn in hell when I'm through with you. You will not be allowed in my Father's house
at all.
at all.
So shout out to the Gaming Addiction Newscast. Shout out to Mitulayan. Shout out to you guys. Well, I said shout out to Chuknet already. Victor, everyone in the chat, man. Guys, if you put something in the chat, I'll shout you out. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Hey, Metroplex Gamer, shout out to you and the family, man. I'm happy to have you guys here. So Sony made the most money they ever made in any generation, this generation. They sold a lot of consoles. They would have sold a lot of software. But why is this critical PlayStation Network issue still a problem? Why is it still a problem? Now let's read and see what is the issue here with Sony, right? It says, back in December 2025, it was widely reported that PlayStation Network accounts could be easily hacked. Now, these ponies are not talking about this, right? So you guys have your PlayStation account, your PSN account, and it can still be easily hacked, right? Even with 2FA and passkey protection due to an account ownership is verified, account effectively bypassing all digital security layers. Despite these reports, this security issue still hasn't been properly addressed, as the same user who originally reported the flaw has had their account hacked again. What? So the guy who raised the issue back in the day, his account has been hacked again?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You heard me. The guy who reported the hack back in 2025, his account has been hacked again. If anyone has a PlayStation account, I mean, you guys have faith. You guys have a lot of faith in Sony to protect your personal data, your credit card information, your personal address, and all of that. Because if it is Sony made the most money this generation, yet they are being hacked every weekend. I mean, this is crazy. Let me just say shout out to Zimbits. Zimbits, shout out to you, man. Shout out to Zimbits. Right? Welcome. Hit the like button as you guys come in, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and you could support your boy. Throw something in the chat. Right? So we are seeing here that Sony is not addressing this issue, and it is continuing to affect their platform and affect their customers. Do you remember the hacking of my PlayStation account that went viral around the world, and Sony still hasn't fixed it or fixed? I got hacked again. I'm sorry, guys, it's not the last laugh at. But this dude, after his account after this report went viral, right? This thing went viral, and Sony told all these ponies, including him,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Sony, my account is being hacked. Persons are taking my identity, they are taking my money, they are taking my game. Sony, what are you going to do?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hey, this is crazy. This guy account got hacked again. Wrote what some new Morama journalist Nicholas whatever, right, earlier today. The only measures reportedly implemented to avoid a repeat of the situation was a high-risk account customer service must not intervene identifier. However, this protection may have lasted only 6 months. So that's now, Sony is protecting you guys' personal information by months? Are you guys hearing me? I don't think you guys heard me. Sony have your protection, your personal protection on layaway. These guys made the most money, and these guys have this protection by months. Sony, what are we doing? How much Sony could do these ponies before they say something? But guess what? If you ponies like it, I love it.
Cover all 9,000 taste bud.
Yeah.
Aerate it.
If you like it.
Warm it up.
Yeah. Warm it up.
Driving up
But
that top note.
you gotta drive
That
up
cream.
the top
Pure
note.
vanilla.
Pure vanilla. Yeah.
Sweeteners.
Sweetness. Yeah.
That's a 10.
That is a 10. If you like it, I love it. Woo, buddy. So Sony only apparently fixed this issue for 6 months, as the account has been compromised once more, leaving the user powerless. As long as the flaw isn't fixed, the same bug can be re-exploited indefinitely. Crazy. So I can no longer use my games with peace of mind. They risk disappearing, said the guy. Initially, it was thought that initially it was thought to be the same hacker from December. Now it's wild how the hacker would have tried back only 6 months. How did the hacker know that Sony had a budget protection for their customers? How did the hacker know this? I find that very suspicious. After 6 months of trying to hack this guy over again, because he didn't know Sony wasn't investing no money in that, this guy got hacked again. This is wild to me, right? Initially, it was thought to be the same hacker from December incident acting in retaliation, but current evidence suggests otherwise. The new intruder did not change the account ID and played different games, making the situation arguably worse. It proves that anyone with access to a simple transaction ID can easily claim ownership. Guys, this is crazy. You see this here, what I'm highlighting here? It's crazy. If you have a PlayStation account, if you have a lot of PlayStation games, your credit card, you guys out there are balling. You guys have a lot of money on these credit cards. It's insane that it's so easy to change an email, to completely disable an old email, and to delete an access key. The fact that PlayStation is acting like there's no problem at all is driving me to this. This guy is going down at this pier. This guy is an honest Sony fan. This guy has been backing Sony and all these ponies for years. I mean, I could imagine this guy dreaming about horses every night. Yes. Welcome to the pony world. Yes. There you will get all types of horses, white horses, wrong, even beige horses. Yes, these horses are wrong. When you sleep, grant you all sorts of wishes. Ponyverse. This guy have been in Ponyverse for years, and Sony is not even paying this guy a mind. You understand it? And who is to blame for this? Who is to blame for all of this?
You.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. You ponies are to blame because you guys are not holding Sony accountable. These guys are allowed to do you guys what they want. They have a budget security to protect a budget fan base. Isn't that crazy? This is wild. So, I don't know. What can Sony do to improve their security? They are making a lot of money. They're selling and shipping a lot of consoles. But yet, the security on the PSN accounts is wild. The same dude got attacked again. Right? He got hacked again, taking his games, taking his household, taking his children and his wife. This is nuts. Woo, buddy. Let me just say shout out to my main guy there, Adidas 20. Adidas 20 says, salute to Jay, top 3 in editing. Keep me laughing. Shout out to you, man, Adidas. I try. Professor Strong is saying that these ponies, are they going to get more security on their PSN account? Professor Strong said to tell earlier, you guys will be getting...
You get nothing. You lose.
You get nothing. Continue to pay Sony, and Sony will continue to give you guys absolutely nothing when it comes to security. Yeah? Now let's move on from that. I hope that anyone in the chat who have a PlayStation account seek to improve their... I don't know what to do. I don't know if you need to change up your credit cards or what. I don't know what will protect you guys. That being said, let's talk about the week of bad news for PlayStation. Because as you guys know, Sony would have raised the price of their consoles that had everyone talking. But then Sony said, you know what, ponies? We don't care about that. We raise our console. Hold on to this.
He ain't getting it.
Yeah. And what Sony did the fan base, because Sony then after went on to raise used consoles. Yeah, Sony went on to raise used consoles. But the bad news for Sony didn't stop there. This week, I was able to do a podcast helping these ponies. The narrative that these ponies had for a very long time is that people buy PlayStation to play their first party bangers. They said Sony has only first party bangers. It just so happened that the VP who is in charge of bringing games to Sony, third party games, he said, here what guys, the PlayStation is just a plastic box without third party games. That's his words, that's not my words. He said that, right? Destroying the narrative that these ponies had for a number of years, right? But the bad news didn't stop there, because we also saw that the same group that says that they are the only console that has exclusives, guess what? Those guys said, what a Soros. They told Sony, when Sony said, we have that fire for you guys, we have that heat for you guys, they told Sony,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
nobody have time for Soros. I'm not seeing no one talking about Soros. I'm not seeing no one playing Soros. The only thing I am hearing persons talking about is Forza Horizon made by the GOAT.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
The GOAT! Yes, Playground Games is showing that they are the GOAT. But we'll talk more about Playground Games a little later. In the meantime, there's so much bad news that is coming around for Sony that I have to share. I have to share it because you guys have to see how persons are viewing Sony today. You see, there's a lot happening that you guys don't know, you know. Look at this here. Look at this poor family. Listen.
New PlayStation games from the online store can cost over £100, which is left.
So new PlayStation games on the online store could cost nearly £100. Most likely they're somewhere in Europe. Listen.
PlayStation users like Kia struggling to...
Now, is there anyone from England in the chat? Could you confirm or deny that there are some games or many games in Europe that cost £100 on the PlayStation store?
to keep up.
Are you the only gamer in your...
Single parent. She's a gamer, right? She's struggling to put bread on the table, right? She's struggling to put her children through school. She just need a little bit of game to help blow out some steam after working a 12-hour shift. What is Sony going to tell the single mother who could barely put bread on her table? What would Sony tell this mother?
household?
I'm not. No, I have two children, 11 and 8, single mom.
Two children, 11 and 8, single mom.
All the bills I have to pay.
Hey, shout out to Force 1. Shout out to Force 1. Shout out to Alien Squid. Right? Shout out to all you guys in the chat.
The price of games has gotten absolutely ridiculous. If nothing changes, see you later, Sony.
Wow. This single mother is saying she cannot afford to pay for these games. Shout out to Demo Flow for putting this out. Shout out to Demo Flow. Give him a sub on YouTube. But this single mother here, she just cannot afford the games that Sony has. It's ridiculous. She's saying if Sony don't change this pricing structure, she have to stop playing games. Listen.
Games has gotten absolutely ridiculous. If nothing changes, see you later, Sony.
See you later, Sony. If not, to believe. This mother is saying here what? Sony, I could barely pay for bread. Sometimes I have a little hot tea and water. Right? Sugar, hot water, and sometimes that's all I could drink for the day. right? And you know what Sony is telling this mother, this single parent?
I'm not looking for friends in this thing, people. I'm not looking for friends. I'm looking for money.
Sony is saying they are not looking for friends. They are looking for money. Wow, wow, wow. This is crazy, guys. This is nuts, right? Let me just say shout out to the one and only Shrek. The one and only Shrek. Shout, hey, Anonymous Boss. Shout out to you, my brother. Anonymous Boss, right? Listen.
Gareth.
So this guy here, he is, well, I think his left side don't work, right? He is paraplegic. He don't function good. He already have a bad life as it is, right? Now, the only way this guy does get through his days by playing a little bit of games. What will Sony tell this gentleman?
He's been a fan of PlayStation for over 20 years and says he's bought the disc version of hundreds of games.
Yeah.
But now he feels like he's being pushed towards buying downloadable games that are only sold through its online store.
Yeah.
I think it's outrageous.
This guy have a PlayStation. This is a real pony here. This is a real horse. This guy has been a fan of PlayStation for over 20 years, right? Half of his body don't work, right? Sad, right? Condolences to that. But this guy is saying that he only has enough money to buy the physical games, but right now he's being bullied. He's being pushed to buy only digital games. Listen.
I think Sony are just cornering the market.
Gareth also feels that it's unfair that PlayStation games bought online often cost more than the physical version, especially as once you've bought them, you can't resell them on afterwards.
I think it should be a little bit cheaper because there's nothing, physical about the digital game.
So, guys, that was just a little snippet of how Sony is real. This is why the gamers had the lawsuit on Sony. Sony is really taking advantage of persons all over the world because they have the market share, right? And I mean, this is not isolated just to this story, guys, because someone did a little documentary style video on Sony and what Sony have been doing. And, it really has opened up our eyes as to how bad Sony is treating their gamers. And no one is talking about it. The Porter Rocks of the world, the J-Dubs of the world, all of those guys who back Sony, they are not talking about these anti-consumer moves, right? Listen to this video here. We won't play the whole thing, but this is just to give you the idea as to how bad it is being on that side and how Sony don't care. They just don't care. Listen.
In November 2024, a PlayStation user noticed something odd. Logged in, Astrobot on the PS Store was $44.99, but when they logged out, it was $59.99.
So this is it here, guys. When you're logged in, it's $44.99, but once you're logged out, it's $59.99. Listen.
They shared it on Reddit. Weird, but maybe some kind of discount. A year later, another post. Red Dead 2, same region, even the same PlayStation, but 2 different prices. More of these began.
Sony is giving these guys multiple prices, right? If it is you don't buy much PlayStation games, they entice you by lowering you in, by dropping the price a little bit. And then when you get accustomed to buying games, then they drop the hammer on you, right? Listen.
To pop up. What was happening? Then, the site PS
Guys, hit the like
Prices,
button,
which tracks PlayStation Store prices, reported that Sony has been secretly experimenting with dynamic pricing. 2 users can secretly be given different discounts. Is this even legal? Unfortunately, this is just the beginning.
It's just the
Sony
beginning,
is
guys.
trying to squeeze customers for as much as possible. And something...
Yeah, heard what he said there? Sony is squeezing their fan base for as much money as possible. It's not me saying this. This is this gentleman here doing fine journalistic work. Listen.
Far bigger is forcing their hand. And it's not just Sony. A gigantic battle over the very nature of discounts is just beginning.
Right.
And some are doing much worse than Sony.
All right. Let's get it.
So, what was actually going on? The team at PS Prices, the platform that tracks the PlayStation Store, noticed something strange. The store's public-facing API started including weird settings. First was IPT_OPR_testing. It was attached to 17 games in 42 regions. Then another, IPT_pilot.
Again, shout out to
139
Adidas
games across
for
68
being a
regions.
member for
But
19
in
months.
particular, a lot of Sony's own titles. Then another in March, IPT_LTM, US only 104 games. What
Guys,
were
hit the
these?
like button, guys.
Users
We
were
have over
secretly being
50%
assigned to
here.
control
We just
and the
on
test
35
groups.
likes. Hit the like
You might
button.
see a standard price
your boy is
or
free.
an experimental price, depending on the group. So the user who had a different price from his wife, one would have been a control group and the other a test group, despite both being in the same region and currency and even the same house.
Yeah.
During the February PlayStation Store sales, we found that experiment participants received a different discount percentage than regular users. For example, Helldivers 2 was sold to regular users at a 25% discount, while experiment participants saw a 56% discount. But it gets even weirder. IPT_LTM, for example, the US one, was testing discounts against each other with much bigger discounts. The retail price for GTA 5 was $40. Some users saw a discount to $30, others $27.
So it's amazing how it is Sony is getting away with this. I guess this is why the lawsuit, consumers won the lawsuit, because there's a lot of different things that Sony is doing to capitalize on the money they are getting from their fan base. And I mean, because it's not getting a lot of airtime, they are getting away with it. Sony is getting away with doing such things because no one is talking about it.
So, what was going on? People are calling it dynamic pricing, and it's sort of, but not quite. It's hard to say, but it doesn't seem like it fluctuates enough based on real-time demand to be called dynamic pricing. To be clear, no one was being charged above retail. Some users were getting bigger discounts than others. What's actually happening is that Sony is testing price elasticity. This is something businesses do to figure out how sensitive you are to.
So I mean, it's not even like Sony is rewarding some ponies who would have supported them for years, who's buying a lot of games. They are not doing that. They want these cash cows to continue to spend money, right? Sony wants that. But they are very tricky with who they select to give these price decreases, right? Listen.
Price changes. For Sony, using A/B testing, they're trying to figure out how much they need to lower prices to get you to buy, who will pay full price, and who needs a bit more of a nudge. This sort of pricing already exists. Airlines do this all the time, which is why people frequently pay different amounts for the same ticket. Amazon and other big retailers also do this, egregiously so. They'll send targeted coupons to people based on their shopping behavior, or a welcome back discount. Though, very recently, this is getting a lot worse. And for Sony, this feels different and unwarranted for video games.
No,
there's a social contract with a storefront. Everything should be uniform. Everyone should see the same discount. That was the promise, unlike with airlines or Amazon. Hiding the discounts feels a bit weird. Plus, Sony's strong monopoly position.
This guy thinks that Sony believe in equality? No! Sony's not going to do that. Sony is not going to do that. Sony, because Sony is the market leader, they are going to leverage that. And they are going to make some persons pay more money than some. And he came to that realization, yeah. Listen to what he said. Listen.
Unlike with airlines or Amazon, hiding the discounts feels a bit weird. Plus, Sony's strong monopoly position over the store basically means you pay what they decide or nothing at all.
Yeah.
And most of all, price elasticity is also tied to supply. But digital games don't run out because there is no limited supply, no limited number of plane seats to fill. Plus, what determines what group you're in? Is it random or something more tailored based on behavior?
Yeah.
Gamers are naturally pretty annoyed at this. More and more posts began popping up. Another user had Assassin's Creed.
What I said, some PlayStation 5 users really are paying more for their games on the PS Store than others, right?
Unity displaying a discounted price of £374 when browsed logged out, jumping to £999 once they logged into their account.
Wow.
But moderators deleted that one annoyingly. The media quickly picked up on it.
So there's no wait. What did he say there? Moderators deleted what? Say that over again, dude.
Browsed logged out, jumping to £999 once they logged into their account. But moderators deleted that one annoyingly. The media quickly picked up on
to hide it.
Push Square reported that we've been able to replicate this on the browser-based PS Store. When logged in, we see the higher price, and it swaps to the lower one when we're not, just as shown above.
Right.
This is absolutely ridiculous and extremely scummy.
Right.
Shame on Sony. I'll be buying even less digital games than I already do.
So even Push Square, PlayStation leaning gaming website, is saying that Sony is being extremely scummy for having this done to them, because they try to replicate exactly what was reported by some users, and they are admitting that Sony is scummy. They said, shame on Sony, I'll be buying even less digital games than I already do. You see?
Someone shared the PS Prices article on Reddit.
Shout out on Black
1,100 comments in 4 days.
But
why is this happening now? As it turns out,
man.
Sony is caught right in the middle of a huge change, and they're being squeezed.
Yeah. The squeeze.
If you work in marketing...
So guys, that is just a taste. You guys can support this dude. The name of his is Logically Answered, right? And the name of the video is Sony Thought They Got Away With It, right? Sony is constantly... Now, I've been calling out Sony for a while. I mean, there's a lot of persons who don't call out Sony, but I've been doing it. And I refuse to let Sony get away with a lot of things. Now, there's a lot of persons who rather turn a blind eye to this. But this is why Sony lost the court case. This is why a lot of gamers, they are not rocking with Sony, because they don't feel like Sony is doing a good job in, discounting these games. It's keeping price when it's virtual games. And, they're even making some persons pay more. So, I mean, this is just one aspect of the bad news that we are seeing with Sony. Ridiculous, Sony. I mean, I don't know how these ponies could justify this at this point. But what are your guys' thoughts? Let me just say shout out to Shaolin, shout out to Victor Brandon again, shout out to Aboriginal, Random Commenter, Black Ronin, all of you guys. Hit the like button as you guys come in. Support your boy. You can become a member. You can throw something in the super chat to keep the lights on in the back here, right? So, I mean, the bad news continued for Sony this week. So we just saw Sony took away bread from a single parent's mouth. We just saw that they told a paraplegic that they don't care about what his thoughts were about the pricing of their games. But it just so happened that Sony tried something with one of their latest games, right? Sony tried to put out a multiplayer game. And as they tried to put out the multiplayer game, this is what happened, right? Because it's very interesting. Let me just say shout out to the landlord. The landlord, the major sponsor of this podcast, Brisket Clown, with the $10.99 or with the $9.99. And Brisket Clown is saying, hey, thank you for that $10 super chat, Brisket Clown. He is saying, what's up, Jay? I pray all is well. Man, These ponies, Terminator freestyle got. Hey, watch, Brisket Claw. I forgot to put that on the songboard tonight. But I'll get it up there, man. I'll get it up there for you, Brisket Claw. Shout out to that. So let me just say again, shout out to Brisket Claw. Yeah, Sony had apparently implemented a multiplayer into Ghost of Yotei. Now, I didn't know about this, right? We know that games as a service and online multiplayer, it has consumed the PlayStation, conversation. There are more persons playing games as a service, free-to-play games, and multiplayer games on PSN than their first-party games. So by Sony making Ghost of Yotei a somewhat successful game multiplayer, it seems like here what they were capitalizing on the somewhat success of Ghost of Yotei and making the audience continue to support that game, right? Now, hear what it says. It says, looks like we got sucker punched because Ghost of Yotei fans gutted support has ended for free co-op mode, right? So Sony would have destroyed the free co-op mode for Ghost of Yotei. But why? If it's being supported by the PlayStation community, if there's a lot of persons using the multiplayer, why would Sony shut down the multi-service? Hear what it says, right? And it's not my opinion that matters with this because I don't have I didn't play Ghost of Yotei. I don't play Sony games, right? But what does the fan say? Hear what it says. Sucker Punch will not add any more content to the free Ghost of Yotei update. In other words, guys, what Sucker Punch is saying is that seeing that this is free, Sucker Punch didn't want to have or keep supporting a free game, right? Sucker Punch wanted these ponies to pay. Sucker Punch was basically telling these ponies this.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving.
Right? Sony was leaving with nothing. In other words, the reason why they stopped it because it was free to play. Right? They weren't getting money from this multiplayer game. Let's read on. Right? Sucker Punch will not add any more content to the free Ghost of Yotei update. Legends. And not anyone is taking the news well. The mode which we described as fantastic in our initial hands-on launched on the 10th of March. Now just 2 months later, guys, the Settle Studio has revealed it won't be adding any more content to the co-op campaign, although it will remain online and playable in its entirety if you want to jump in. So yes, they are not shutting it down like how they shut down Concord. However, they are not supporting it again because I'm guessing, this is just a guess, Sony is not making money from having this free-to-play game, right? Speaking to PS Blog, lead designer Darren Bridges revealed the raid update was our last major planned update for Legends. It finishes the story of the Yotei 6 in the mode. We have loved to see players playing it, continue to play it and enjoy it. It's been great. As alluding to in the article headline, not everyone is impressed with Sucker Punch's decision here. It's obvious. The PlayStation community is lacking first-party multiplayer support. This was one that maybe could have done well if it continued. But because they are not making money from it, my guess is they shut it down. Yeah? Let me just say shout out to Guideline. Guideline, shout out to you. First time I'm seeing you here. Broku, shout out to you, Broku. I'm seeing here Armon Keda. Shout out to you, man. It says, one user wrote, This is really disappointing. We waited so long for new legends, and after a short time, it becomes repetitive. Really poor move to not add more survival maps or 120 gears. Another user that does play the game says, I am not buying the game then. How the heck do you end support after only 2 months? Unbelievable. But I mean, how is this user surprised? How long did Concord last, guys? How long did Concord last? He is shocked that Sony abandoned something after 2 months. You shouldn't be shocked by that. You should understand that that is what Sony does. Sony will shut down a game in no time, and these ponies would run to their defense. Come on, pony, run to Sony's defense. Run to Sony's defense. You could imagine if it is they brought out Concord, how long that would have been supported.
Where is factions?
That's no. You still talking about factions? Faction is dead.
You told us to wait. We waited, and you're still
continue
not here.
To wait.
Neil
continue
Druckmann,
to wait.
Where are you?
So at the end of the day, Sony don't care. Sony don't care about your emotions. They don't care how much money you invested into the game. They don't care about none of that. If they are not making money hand over fist over something, they will not support it. Right? So that brings us now to the biggest news. Is this the biggest news? No, this is the second biggest news of the night. Right? Because, guys, a lot has been said about the Xbox community. A lot of things have been said about persons who like Xbox games. But, I mean, you cannot deny greatness when you see it. And that is exactly what Forza Horizon is doing. Look at this, guys. Forza Horizon came out. It's not even fully out yet. It's out for those who are, premium buyers. It came out with 92 Metacritic, 91 OpenCritic. But look at this, guys. Currently, Forza Horizon has 101,000 players playing it. Now, guys, these are the persons playing it are persons who bought the premium version. This game topped, guys, at 181,000, topping the 172,000 it made about a day or two prior. So, persons who love Xbox games, persons who love Forza, they came out and they basically destroyed. Look at this peak. Now, mind you guys, Forza Horizon 5, when it came out on the PC, only topped at 80-something thousand, right? If you go at Forza Horizon 5 on Steam, you would see where it is. It only topped just over 80,000. So Forza topping over 100,000 this time around is crazy, according to my main guy there, Yataza, right? But, I mean, how could you guys still have the narrative that Xbox games are not good? Xbox gamers don't buy games. I mean, look at this here, guys, because it's not only we are seeing that it's doing numbers on Steam, but even on the Microsoft paid chart. Look at this. Look at this here, guys. Forza Horizon, the premium edition, the one for $220 is number one. I'm shocked Mortal Kombat 2. I'm sure Mortal Kombat 2 is number 2, right? But look at this. Right now, Forza is killing it. Number one on Steam. Number one on the Microsoft Store, right? We have the bundle at number 3. Forza is killing it, right? And this is what Playground Games does. Playground Games really surprise persons who didn't used to follow the series, and they are solidifying themselves as one of the best car racing studio out there, right? They are really solidifying themselves as the best. But it's not only that. Look at this here too. Look at what they are saying about Forza again here, guys. Look at this. According to Pure Xbox, it says Xbox takes #1 spot in Metacritic's top 10 video games of 2026 so far. Right? But bizarrely, it doesn't top the Xbox Series X and Series S list. Hear what it says. We knew Forza Horizon 6 was going to review well, but it's pleasing to see that just how much it's won over both the critics and most players so far, right? To the point where, according to Metacritic, it's the highest rated video game so far in 2026. Yes, Xbox tops the list here, although it should be noted that due to how Metacritic works, Forza Horizon 6 isn't actually the highest rated game for the Xbox Series X and S for the year, right? The multi-platform list isn't made up of technically new releases, so Hades 2 isn't eligible, and the average score of each game is made up of the platform with the most reviews. So this is the review list here, guys. Forza Horizon 6 is the #1 with 92. Then we have Pokemon Pokepia at 89. Then we have Resident Evil at 89. This is the general overall Metacritic list of, the top 10 for the year so far. So Forza is already a winner. It's very sad that, racing games cannot be, into the game of the year discussion, because if that was the case, if racing games was the case where it is, it would have been in the running for game of the year. Forza would have been a really tough contender to beat, right? So again, Forza is destroying the gaming industry right now. No one cannot say that Playground Games cannot make good games. No one can say that. If anyone says that, they'll be capping. They will be capping, and that's a fact, right? That is a fact. If it is they said that, guess what? Xbox has no games and so forth. But what your guys' thoughts on Forza Horizon, right? GTA 7 is cooked, yes. What are your thoughts on? Are you guys liking the game so far? Are you guys waiting for when the game releases? Is it on Tuesday next week, or this week rather? What are you guys' thoughts about Forza? Right? Let me know in the comment section. Are you getting it on Game Pass? Are you going to pay full price for it? Let me know. Well, guys, coming up to the end of the story here, but this is a very interesting story that I'm going to talk about. You see, this week, AMD would have dropped a video, right? AMD would have dropped a video. And to many persons' surprise, they spoke a lot about things they were looking forward to. Listen to this video and let's see what AMD is saying here.
About how to push game experience forward across CPUs, GPUs, software, and games. My team and I have been working hard to evolve FSR 4 and bring it to more cards. We power over 1 billion gaming devices worldwide. It's a responsibility we care deeply about.
All right.
This July, RDNA 3 players will experience FSR upscaling 4.1, delivering sharper visuals and smoother gameplay than ever before.
Yeah.
Even without dedicated floating point AI hardware, gamers everywhere.
So we are seeing that a major update is coming with AMD FSR upscaling 4.1. We are seeing it's making the images a little sharper. The draw distances is a little clearer. But this year, any rig that has a graphic card with Radeon 7000 series, they'll be getting the update this year.
Where we'll be able to enjoy the benefits of machine learning upscaling on their Radeon 7000 series. Gaming is more than entertainment.
Hit the like button, guys.
It is where technology meets artistry. And at AMD, our mission is to give developers and gamers the tools to experience that fully. Bringing FSR upscaling 4.1 to RDNA 3 was an exciting challenge. Our newer architecture, RDNA 4, was designed with FP8 AI acceleration, a floating point format that gives the model more range to work with and makes machine learning easy.
Yo, guys, a lot of persons is using Crimson Desert as the benchmark. They're showing how the visuals in Crimson Deserts are improving with the different upscalers. Interesting, isn't it?
Easier. RDNA 3 does not have that specialized hardware, so our teams had to carefully tune, optimize, and validate the model for integer-based computation to maintain the high visual quality gamers expect. We optimized memory usage, we worked motion vector validation, and reduced artifacts in fast-moving scenes to make sure performance stays smooth. We tested across hundreds of PC configurations in hundreds of games to ensure visuals are sharp and everything works out of the box. Every millisecond mattered because if FSR took too long, it would defeat the purpose. The result is FSR upscaling 4.1 on RDNA 3. Bring machine learning upscaling to more players without compromising quality or performance. I'm grateful to our fans. Your enthusiasm and ideas inspire us to keep pushing gaming forward. FSR upscaling 4.1 on RDNA 3 will be ready out of the box for Radeon 7000 series players in over 300 supported games at launch. And for our RDNA 2 players, we have something exciting coming early 2027. FSR upscaling 4.1 will
So this is where we comes in, guys. This is where, if it is, you have an Xbox Series X. If it is, I believe, the PlayStation 5, but we'll talk more about the PlayStation 5. But if it is, you have some of the older consoles, this is where we come in. Because the RS 6000 series graphic cards, they will be getting this upgrade. AMD FSR upscaler 4.1. We'll be getting this early in 2027, right? But there's a caveat for PlayStation gamers, and we'll talk about it. Listen.
Be coming to your cards as well, bringing sharper visuals and smoother gameplay to even more gamers. We cannot wait to show you what is next. Stay tuned.
Yeah, buddy. So this week, this is what, the AMD CEO would have come out and said about what are they planning to do when it comes to the upscaler that they are having, right? So big news comes out. It just so happened that a number of different articles came out talking about this, right? And when this happened, these ponies didn't want to believe it. These ponies didn't want to believe it. But we're going to talk about it, guys. We're going to talk about it. In the meantime, listen to what this guy said. Right? Let's go to Moore's Law. And let's see what Moore's Law is that had to say about this. Because it's very, very interesting. Listen, after I'll show you the article that was written on it. Right? Let's listen to Mr. Moore's Law here. So we'll come back. Let me see. I'll come back at, let me see. Is it 12? I believe it's 12. But let's listen to the introduction. Listen to Moore's Law introduction.
Today, AMD's Jack Kuhn announced something that should have been announced a year ago. FSR 4.1 support is coming, not just to RDNA 3, but also RDNA 2. And if anyone's wondering why AMD would do this now, well, let's just take a look at some videos AMD posted on their official YouTube channel over the past few months. Here's basically a brief ad for the Sony AMD partnership, and here's 4 out of the 5 comments complaining about FSR 4 not coming to prior generations. And here's a video about the 9950 X3D.
Now, it's crazy that the Xbox Series X is in the runnings for getting this particular upgrade. Now, we know that Sony will not be dependent on FSR 4.1 because they have their own AI upscaler. Sony is not going to be reliant on this because at the end of the day, Sony want to promote their AI upscaler. So they are not going to use this for the PlayStation 5 Pro. That's a given. If they do that, then they'll be shooting their own upscaler in the foot, right? However, if they also promote it for the PlayStation 5, they would be also shooting themselves in the foot with their upscaler. They would like their upscaler to take front and center, helping persons to say, here, what, if you want this performance, our upscaler is it. So the company that would be more promoting FSR 4.1 and so forth would be Xbox, because Microsoft don't have a dedicated upscaler team that does what AMD is doing, right? So they are the ones who would be focused on. AMD would focus more on the Xbox version.
2, so not even graphics related at all. And here's a legion of comments screaming at AMD to properly support their products.
Yeah.
Then here's a car video, and here's 60% of the comments being hate, and here's an AIPC video, and wait, where are the comments, AMD? Oh, they're gone, and they removed them from all videos after this one, as you can see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look, I think there is just no doubt about it. The reason RDNA 2 and RDNA 3 are getting FSR 4.1 support is because you formerly, hopefully, angry gamer watching this, you made AMD listen. Good job. And by the way, I hope this victory is taken to heart for the people that say that we're just going to have to swallow DLSS 5 from NVIDIA. No, we won't. We can tell them we think it sucks. We can tell game devs we think something suck, and we can cause change.
Okay,
we just proved it
let me
with
pour,
FSR 4.1 finally coming to architectures before RDNA 4.
Just a minute. We will continue with Moore's Law is dead, because he's not talking about what it is we want him to talk about yet, right? Instead, let me share this article with you guys. I was looking for it, and I want to show you guys this article, because a lot of ponies got angry with this article this week, right? It's an article that was provided by us by TweetTong. Listen to what it says. It says, AMD FSR 4 is coming to RDNA 2. RDNA 2 could give the Xbox Series X a PlayStation 5 Pro-like upgrade. As an RDNA 2 power device, FSR 4.1 could deliver a game-changing upgrade to Xbox Series X, unlocking next-level 4K image fidelity, right? Right? It goes on to say that earlier today, anyway, there's something here. Let's see if everybody hearing this.
AMD's FSR 4 coming to RDNA 2 could give the Xbox Series X a PS5 Pro-like upgrade.
All right.
As an RDNA 2 powered device, FSR 4.1 could deliver a game-changing upgrade to the Xbox Series X, unlocking next-level 4K image fidelity.
Right.
Earlier today, AMD Computing and Graphics SVP Jack Quinn announced what longtime Radeon gamers have been waiting a year for.
Right.
AMD's new AI-powered FSR 4.1 is coming to RDNA 3 and RDNA 2 generation graphics.
This is wild, guys. This is wild.
RDNA 3, which covers the Radeon RX 7000 series, is set to get official support in July. With RDNA 2 cards in the Radeon RX 6000 series,
who would have
set to get
believed
official support sometime in
that
2027.
Xbox was going to
This
get
is
more
huge
support?
because FSR 4 delivers a massive boost to image quality compared to FSR 3.1, especially when gaming at resolutions like 1080p and 1440p. FSR 4 was previously exclusive to RDNA 4
Right.
and desktop GPUs like the Radeon RX 9070 XT because it uses the lineup's second generation AI.
I don't like how this guy's song. Let me read the rest. It says this is huge because FSR 4 delivers a massive boost to image quality compared to FSR 3.1, especially when gaming at resolution like 1080p and 1440p. FSR 4 was previously exclusive to RDNA 4 and the desktop GPUs like the Radeon RX 9070 XT because it uses the lineup's second generation AI accelerator with support FP8. With FSR 4.1 coming to RDNA 2 and RDNA 3 GPUs, AMD is implementing an AINT8. So this AINT8 is something that each one of the graphic cards have. And this is what determines whether if it could accept FSR 4.1 in any one of the graphic cards, right? Version to ensure that it works on first gen Radeon AI hardware, right? So it goes on to say right off the bat, this is a big win for gaming handhelds like the ROG Xbox Ally. Now, if this update is going to power up the Xbox Ally X, that's a big win. Anyone who have that particular handheld, right? That is a big win for anyone who have the Xbox Ally X, right? Lenovo Legion Go and MSI Claw, all of these guys are getting a big upgrade coming just now, right? And the upcoming Steam Machine. I mean, this too is a big win for Valve and the Steam Machine. However, there is another potential big win on the horizon, and this is why these ponies got angry. And that's for Xbox Series X gamers. Yes, guys, if you have an Xbox Series X, get ready. We might be getting FSR 4.1 next year, early next year. And this is just a bow on the Xbox Series X as we await the Xbox Helix. This upgrade for different games is just the chef kiss until we receive the Xbox Helix. Unlike the PlayStation 5, ponies, are you listening? Unlike the PlayStation 5, ponies, you said that, it doesn't matter the power that Xbox has. All I have to say is...
Gotcha. Gotcha.
The PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X features the full RDNA 2 suite of hardware and technologies. That's interesting. Let me just say shout out to Mr. Kima. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Mr. Kima. Who else? None of your business in the house. So Hazard is in the house. This article rubbed ponies the wrong way this week, man. Shout out to all you guys, man. Sap4, shout out to you. I didn't see you there. Rachie, all you guys in the chat, hit the like button for me, hit the subscribe button. If it's the first time you're here, you could support your boy and you could throw something in the chat. So, again, let me read it. The tools are finally here, guys. The tools. Tools, boy, tools. It's here. Where's Post Up? The tools are here, Post Up. Unlike the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X features the full RDNA 2 suite of hardware and technologies and FSR 4 on Microsoft's current flagship gaming console could deliver a PlayStation Pro-like level upgrade. Wow. Right? We waited so long for the tool, guys. It's finally here. Post Up has finally got the win he have been talking about for years. So this is where we are at. This FSR 4.1 would do the Xbox Series X better than the base PlayStation 5. It will dog stomp the base PlayStation 5. And this is what it will take us to with Moore's Law is Dead, because Moore's Law is Dead basically echoed that sentiment. Listen to what Moore's Law is Dead said here with this particular news that we got this week, right? Look at this here. Right? This is it here. Let me go back. Let's go to 12. I believe it's let's go to 11. No, let's go to, is this 12? Where we at here? All right, let's play it here.
PlayStation 5 Pro is at running these sort of architectures before AMD's RDNA 4 can handle the advanced AI upscaling of FSR 4. And as you can see, with 300 tops for the PS5 Pro versus...
So because the PlayStation 5 Pro was built with AI in mind, their tops of ain't 8. Look at it up here, guys. This is not really the power disparity. This ain't 8 compression. Sony built the PlayStation 5 Pro with that in mind. So that is why it has a significant amount of 8 compression compared to the other things, right? But although the Xbox Series X was built 5 years before the PlayStation 5 Pro, it's amazing to see it's dead in the middle when it comes to how it can take this AI upscaling. Listen to it.
The around 123 tops of the 7900 XTX, which was a $1,000 graphics card at one point with 24 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, you can clearly see here that the PS5 Pro was built to do upscaling with Intate, and the other products clearly weren't built with this foresight in mind.
That's right.
All right, though. Having said that, I still think the 7900 XTX is going to be able to run this decently well.
But listen to the Xbox Series X.
As the PS5 Pro, but
listen
you'll
to what
still
he
get
says.
a nice boost. And I think most products will get some form of boost as well. But then you look at the consoles and you can see that the Xbox Series X is actually quite a bit weaker than even the mid-range 7800 XT from years ago. Although I still think it's going to be enough because it's next to Strix Halo. And I've already, I've shown, explicitly been told that RDNA 3.5 APUs will run FSR 4.1.
Listen to this.
Well,
listen to this.
Xbox Series X is in the same ballpark as one of those 3.5 APUs. Strix Halo, the strongest one out right now, actually. And then, you can also...
These ponies are going to get a shock of their lives because these ponies love to talk about the Xbox Series S. Listen to what he is going to say, that the Xbox Series S is basically a first cousin of the PlayStation 5. Listen.
Imagine that they wouldn't say that just for Strix Halo. I'm sure it works with Strix Point, which is much weaker. And so, yes, I think Xbox Series X is going to be fine at running this. Will it get the same boost that PS5 Pro gets from...
President Jim Ryan is in the house. Jim Ryan, how are you, man?
PSSR 2? No, it won't. But it'll get a nice boost. And it's nice to see, actually, that Xbox is going to get some version of what PlayStation 5 Pro owners have been getting for years now. However, what about PS5? Well, look, there's no...
Listen to this. He's going to talk about the PlayStation 5. So he says that he's not seeing the Xbox Series X not running this. It's more than possible that the Xbox Series X could run this. But listen to what he says.
No way around it. The numbers don't lie. The PS5, and I've actually said this multiple times before on podcasts, is actually closer to the Xbox Series S in Intate.
What? Are you telling me that the PlayStation 5 is very close to the Xbox Series S when it comes to it? Charlie Brown, what do you think about Charlie Murphy? Charlie Brown? Charlie Murphy! What do you think about that? So these guys love to talk about the Xbox Series S, but when it comes to it, Xbox Series X is closer to PlayStation 5 than any other home console. Crazy.
P16 fallback than the Xbox Series X in this sort of performance. And up until now, different modifications Sony made to their APUs to kind of streamline some ways they render or just save on cost and die space. Up until now, some of this corner cutting hasn't really cost them anything in performance versus Series X, at least not on average. This time around, it might actually cost them. I don't think it's huge.
So this time around, PlayStation 5 is going to get that work. And guess what? There is nothing you guys, whether it be you, whether it be Tim Dog, whoever it is, nothing you guys can do from preventing the PlayStation 5 being very close to the Series S when it comes to it. So if the PlayStation base console could run FSR 4, then the Xbox Series S would be able to run it easily as well. I mean, Tim Dog, how you feel about that?
Let's go!
Come on! Tim Dog, he is excited. I mean, look at Tim Dog. Come on, be smooth. Silky, come on. Come on, Tim Dog.
Come on.
Show these new ponies how to do it. Come on. What's that? This triangle? Come on. Where's Elmo Juicy? Oh, good Lord, yes. Listen.
But I do think there's a chance you could have Series X running like a higher quality mode of FSR 4.1 than what the PS5 can handle. And that is just a clear-cut advantage to Xbox Series X next year, presumably when they get this. And, well, here's another thing. I talked to some game devs today, as I've said multiple times in this video, and one thing they brought up...
We are seeing here that there is a big upgrade coming to the Xbox Series X. There is a big upgrade coming to the Xbox Series X early next year when it comes to FSR 4. Now, it's amazing how, for those who would have invested into the Xbox Series X, they are seeing a big payoff now. You know, a lot of persons criticize Xbox for not making a mid-generation refresh, but so far we are seeing that the Xbox Series X is there. It's running these games wonderful. And with this new upgrade, it would run the games closer to the PlayStation 5 Pro than ever before. And guess what? These ponies had to sell their PlayStation 5 and spend a little more money for the PlayStation 5 Pro. But for those who would have invested in the Xbox Series X, they are getting it. And I'll tell you something, nothing does make me and the Xbox community more happy than that. We are so happy that we feel like dancing in water. Come on! Come on, hey! Better than the PlayStation 5 Pro, close to the PlayStation 5 Pro. Come on, Xbox fans! Come on! Oh God, Lord, is that easy, man? So yes, we have a big upgrade coming in 2027, and that's right before the Xbox Helix drops. Amazing stuff, guys. I cannot wait. So again, this week was a terrible week for PlayStation. They saw that their the hackers, they are still hacking into PlayStation left, right, and center. What is Sony doing with all this money they are making? Why they cannot improve their security? It's amazing how they cannot improve their security. That's not for me to worry about. If the ponies like it, we love it, right? We also saw a number of different things happening to PlayStation as well, right? And of course, we are looking forward to PlayStation, Xbox getting this upgrade in the near future. So all of these things we spoke about today. Now the show went on a little longer than planned, maybe about an hour and 40, an hour and 20 minutes or what have you. But let me just say thanks to everyone in the chat, making the chat lively. Thanks to all the support, guys. Shout out to Brisket Clown. Shout out to Adidas 20 for throwing something in the chat and supporting us here. Thank you for all the guys who rocked out, all the guys who hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Really thank you for all the support. But guys, that's it. I'm working out here, man. I'm working out in these streets. So as you go out, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and support your bad boy. There are medals and different goals you can throw into the chat as well. So let me just say thanks to everyone. Let me just say shout out to Tim Dog. Tim Dog, shout out to you. I mean, you're somewhere rumbling yourself up there for Sony. Shout out to you with all of that. And let me just say shout out to Dreamcast Guy. I heard some very disparaging things about Dreamcast Guy tonight. I mean, I still didn't see the. I don't know if Victor would have sent the video, but Dreamcast Guy, come on, guy, get off the drugs. Kids, say no to drugs. Say no to drugs, guys. It's very simple. Right? Shout out to all you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Be safe tomorrow. It's work tomorrow. Take it easy. Monday must come to an end, guys. I'll see you guys next one. Don't forget to put God first and mankind after. I'm out of there.